by 16th and College Park, you know? Like, I'm just like barely away from getting outside that like invisible barrier between our campus and the rest of the world. So, I'm over at that stop sign, I'm in my car, and out of the corner of my eye, I see these two dogs start running across the street. One of them's like a big hound, and the other one's like a little fluffy white dog. It's called like, I think it's called like a shit-a-poo, or like a cock-a-shit, or something like that. I don't know, whatever. It's a little fucking fluffy white dog. So they're both like running across the street, and I'm freaking out because like, I don't want to be the reason that these dogs died. So I'm like, I'm going to do the right thing. They're both wearing collars. I'm going to get them in my car. I'm going to take them to their owner. I'll save the day. Awesome. So I get out of my car, I slam the door, and I kneel down to call the dogs over. And as soon as I slammed my door, the dogs turned and locked eyes. And I don't know if you ever like have seen that before, but it's one of the weirdest, most surreal fucking experiences you'll ever see in your life. They just like snapped and like turned and locked eyes. And I turned to the woman in the car behind me, like, to see if this was really happening. And the best she could do was just to give me one of those 1980s sitcom shrugs, like, nah, that's my mama. Anyway, and so I turned back around, and the dogs are once again running into the middle of the street, and I'm like, oh my god, no, 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 no. But luckily, like, all the cars on either side are, like, they're parked. They're not gonna hit these dogs. I'm like, okay, they're safe. And then all of a sudden, the big dog mounts the little dog, and they start fucking in the middle of the street. So, like, what we have here is this, like, theater in the round style doggy play. And they're just fucking going at it. And I turn back around to the woman to see if I'm, like, are we seeing the same thing? And she is losing her fucking mind. Just, ah! Like, so... And by the way, these dogs couldn't have looked more bored to be doing what they were doing. Like, they just like they looked so bored. And like, I imagine that it started out as a good idea, like they were the Bonnie and Clyde of the dog world. And like, they ran away from their owner because he just couldn't handle their white hot love, and just like, they ran away and they're like, we're gonna go see the world. And then once they got out into the street, they're like, we're gonna die here. So like, and then as soon as I slammed my door, that might as well have been angels singing to them. Just like, they turned to each other and like, we're gonna do this. And so they ran out into the middle of the street, they just started going at it, and like 5 seconds in, they decided it was a bad idea. Which I get. We all have that one penis or vagina that we regret, I get it. So, but I've never seen someone do that like 5 minutes in. Like 5 seconds in, just like, is this a bad idea? Yeah, it's pretty bad. We need to go home. Why don't you go ahead and fit? Oh, there it is. All right, yep. And so they turned and they left. Like nothing had happened. And the worst part about that is that night, I went out, I tried to pick up a girl, and it completely backfired. So, love is dead. Thank you, that's my set.